We're here out in Australia at the very talented Jordan household. One of the kids here painted that atomic coffee machine, gave it as a Christmas present, but the other talented daughter has become a coffee maker extreme and has joined the Atomic Coffee Club of Australia. April, not only is she a fine sportswoman, but apparently she's also going to bang together a coffee as good as your dad's.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. They always empty the old water out of the machine, give the machine a little shake before you empty it out, and always empty it into the jug. And why should we empty it into the jug, Grace?
So you can see whether
You can see all the little bits come out. Between the coffee you make and your coffee your dad uses.
Well, Dad uses 2 different coffees and he mixes them and to make a new coffee.
Okay, what's the importance of the grind? The finer the grind, the higher the pressure. So the coarser the grind, the quicker the water runs through the coffee, and then the sort of more diluted the coffee will be. But if it's too fine on one of these machines, then you won't get any pressure. Now, what are you going to do, Grace, just before you put the fresh coffee in there?
wash it.
Wash it. Oh, why do you want to wash it?
Because you don't want old coffee in there.
Exactly. Somebody came round once and said the coffee from this machine tastes awful, it tastes sour, and he had never actually cleaned and washed the inside of this, a bit like that. If you carry on making coffee like that, look at that. So just give that a wash. You need to get a little scouring thing like this, Grace. Just use the little rough side of that and give it a good scour inside. The coffee basket here has actually been tamped down so hard that it's been rounded over the years. But once again, all those coffee oils there, Grace, give those a little wash off. There we go.
Can I get any more of them?
Yeah, that's much better. And there's a chance now that we might actually make some decent coffee. The coffee machine that we keep in our van, we've had it for about 20 years. It was originally one of the red ones. We've used this stove at open fires, and that's why it's a little bit blackened. But this coffee machine is one of the best ones we've ever used. In fact, your dad used to have it here in the house. When we took it back into the van, he got really upset because he thought we'd given it to him. And then I think we all clubbed together to buy him one of those, and he was also very upset because it never was quite as good as this one. But do you know what makes them different? Although they're exactly the same shape, etc., what makes each coffee machine slightly different, do you know?
The steam nozzle?
Close. It's the tube that runs through here. It's the distance from the bottom here will determine how much water you have to put in to make a great coffee. Yeah, on on some machines the tube is much lower, and therefore you need to put much less water in. On some machines the tube is all the way up here.
How do you know whether the tube is low or high?
It's just trial and error. It's just trial and error. But when you go and use someone else's atomic, you can use exactly the same amount of water and it'll come out with a completely different coffee. Making that on the induction hob.
Because the atomic gets too hot for the induction plate, and we had 2 special metal plates to put the atomic on, but they both warped.
Yeah.
So we had to use this one.
Yeah, there was rumours, and I don't know if it'll ever happen, that the atomic were going to make a special machine with an actual induction plate built into the bottom of it, so you could use it on induction hobs, because obviously a lot of the modern cookers are induction hobs. But the hotter the heat source, the better the coffee you'll make. Do you know why?
Why?
Because of more pressure?
That's right, you'll get better pressure and it will force the water through the grind, and you'll get all the oils coming out of the coffee. So, you know those little camping stoves you can get with the aerosols?
Yeah.
So as that aerosol wears down, so when you get to the last third of it, you can't really make good coffee anymore because there's not enough gas pressure, so the gas isn't hot enough, and you'll notice you get less and less steam pressure, and when you're trying to make that beautiful silky milk that I'm sure you're going to make, it's very difficult. When you go to a coffee shop, they'll always store the cups on the coffee machine. Why is that, Grace?
What?
When you go to a coffee shop, they all store the white cups on top of the coffee machine. Why is that?
Is that so they heat up?
No, it's to keep them warm. So
That's
that
what I meant.
Yeah. So we haven't got a coffee machine, so we're just going to put an inch of boiling water in each cup before we make the coffee, so the cups are nice and warm. Are these handmade by any chance?
Yes.
Whoa, who made them?
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, yeah, I made them, banged them together in a pottery class. It's just starting to come through, and that is coming through beautifully. What you want is a little rat's tail like that, one continuous little rat's tail of coffee. And on this machine, or on this coffee, you can see there's no crema on there, Grace.
No, the crema goes at
The crema should come out first, and the reason there isn't any crema is because it's not freshly ground coffee. And probably the heat source will be
There is a crema at the
stronger.
end sometimes though. 'Cause,
You say.
There is.
There is. Apparently there's a crema at the end. We've got a crema off. So when the sound of the coffee machine changes, which is about... Now you can see that steam knob is just leaking there. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It's leaking out the pressure valve. You need a new steam knob. Where'd you get steam knobs from, Grace? Is there only one place in the world?
Trading in Australia.
Right, Bond Trading in Sydney, Oxford Street, Australia. You can see that little drip coming from the nozzle there. This means your gaskets in here need replacing. So we got April Jordan on steaming. Are you nervous?
Not
She's
really.
not
I've
nervous.
done it before.
She's confident. Secret of making good milk, April.
You want the whisper.
The whisper, that's right, the Jordan whisper. Some people make the mistake, I've seen it in coffee shops where they just dip that wand all the way in and then they...
No.
No. Once you've overheated the milk, you'll never be able to get it to froth. It should... Like your nails, by the way, look at that.
Thank you.
Oh, you've done Grace's as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you want to just kiss the milk or have the whisper like that, and the milk should expand to twice its volume, and if you use cold milk, it's much easier to steam than heating warm milk.
I just fancied a glass of cold milk then.
Sure, we can squeeze one into you. You don't want massive, great big bubbles or anything crazy like that. And you tap it down like that to get rid of
And
the...
then also so that
small
that doesn't
bubbles.
leave.
And you just give it a few taps.
Let me take this off.
Whoa, that is so dangerous doing that. That's how you snap the handle off an atomic.
Yeah.
You need to hold it
I
by
just
that
didn't have a...
as well.
Yeah, that's... I used to do
You
that,
got to
but
wipe
it started leaking and now it gets
And
really
that burned
hot,
your hand.
so-
We've already replaced that handle once for John.
Yeah,
That's
I
how they
remember
get
that.
broken. Well, let's see what you've made. And you're going to wipe the nozzle straight away because it's use the green end, the sharp end, the abrasive end, I should say. Look at that. It's going to be one strong coffee. Ooh, lordy.
And then if you're really fancy, you can put a pattern on the coffee.
Well, I'm sure
I
April,
try my best.
April is. There's probably enough milk there for you to have a little baby chino, Grace, if you want one.
Maybe.
Oh, look at that.
That's nice. It looks like a
Once you've
snooze
got a
dog.
big jug like that, you can swill it around much easier.
Oh, there's a lot of froth in that.
How old are you now, April?
14.
So you might be
Oh,
the
yeah, I'm 14.
you might be the youngest atomic coffee maker caught on camera. What age did you start making coffee?
I don't know.
You were a baby. You used to
Yeah.
lie on the work counter. Look at that, the professionals. Thanks, April. Looks
That was
amazing.